Alright, this is part two of us being the dragons. Now, um, pause it real quick. Okay, sorry guys. I'm literally on a. So sorry, I was doing the dystopia literature class right now because the story that I'm making is part of dystopia literature and all that, and I've been making that story for quite a while, and I'm not done with it. I'm still trying to write it. It has like 13 chapters. I'm on the chapter that is going to the backstory of the characters and stuff. Um, and hopefully I can publish it. But the times that we live in, I don't know. But I could do in the next new ward. I could do it. I have the flash drive with me anyways, so I won't I can I already have it in my head and everything like that. But that does not matter. What matters is what I'm talking about in this video. Now, hey, if you go to the next ward and you tell me, hey, that story that you want to make, you want to can you tell me a little bit about it? Then I'll tell you about if we, after this whole thing goes down, after the war and shit, we can come together, calm down, and do what we need to do. Quetzalcoatl. Supposedly, I heard that this is Anki. Now, I don't know if this is 100% true. There's also something true that's this. I don't know why it's doing that. But there's also something that is true with this. Um, I heard that when the time comes, like right now, Quetzalcoatl is going to come back. So, if this is Enki, then this motherfucker will come back. But the thing is, if he thinks he's going to come alone, then he's sadly fucking mistaken. And I remember, what is it? Some people, if you look at the History Channel and all that, and they talk about the Quetzalcoatl, they're literally saying that the serpent that he was riding on was like a spaceship. It could have been, but to be quite honest, does this look like a fucking spaceship to you? No, it's a fucking guy coming out of a fucking goddamn dragon, out of a fucking Naga, man. We can do that. Crying out loud, man. I know I have the ability of like when I turn into the great cosmic serpent. When I turn into that, I can literally put my mouth on my put this head where the mouth is, and people would have been like, "What the fuck?" All of us can do that. We all could do that. We've been knowing how to do that for years and years and years and years. Nothing's really changed with that shit. But people think it's weird and shit. And it's funny too that you see some type of like tentacles right here, like almost like feet, like right here, and right here. So it's like, and then right here, oops, and then right here, and a little bit right here. And some people might point out that, oh, this is how you know it's a spaceship because all the smoke and stuff like that. Again, going back, it could be a spaceship, but I'm thinking that it is a serpent. But this serpent probably has tentacles. There are serpents out here that have more than one fucking structure of feet. Like Starbucks logo, she has two legs. And she's a serpent. She's a mermaid. So and look at the face. Look at the face. Who has that type of face? Kind of similar, right? Maybe not accurate as the same, but it's similar, right? Hispanic people and black people are very similar. We're the original people of this planet, man. Okay? We 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 are more than what these people think we are. All right? And look at the hands signal. They're literally going like this. Literally, that's how you know they're doing this. You know? Breaking the code, like basically breaking the code. Breaking the code of the matrix, you know? So there you go. There's more good pictures about this stuff, about Quetzalcoatl. But I just put what is it? Cosmic Serpent. And look at this picture. Look at that. That picture, same fucking picture that I had for my videos here. Why are they putting this picture here? Look, I literally just I put serpent worship, and this is what they showed here. They show this picture. The exact same video that I showed you guys of us turning into shit like this, you know? So they even have like a GIF. Look at that. Look how awesome we were, man. I love that. I love that. I really do, man. This is who we were, man. We were like this. Okay? And people like like these evil beings in the orcs, they were so fucking terrified of us, man. This is what they were afraid of. Oh, in that video that I told you about, I don't know if I said it in part 1, maybe I did. But in part 1, I mentioned that I was looking at videos of what's it called? The Chasing the Dragon. And an orc was talking about it. But she basically was talking about mostly all truths, basically, but except for like ones that you were like, what the fuck? She mentioned that Jesus was a dragon. Even though in real life, Jesus is Constantine, and Constantine is a guy from Rome. But when she mentioned Jesus, and I'm just like, you mean Yeshua? Yeshua can turn into a dragon because he's Corbin. He's a brother, you know? If you're Corbin, you can turn into a fucking holy serpent, right? Or a great or a great cosmic serpent. You know? They both call it cosmic serpents. They both do. Alright? So let's continue on right here. You see? This is just the original. And the thing is, she mentions in the video too that the symbol of the cross is basically the symbol of the zodiac sign, just literally different. Like the cross with the zodiac sign is to split apart. That's what it is. And I also heard that that's a compass. So in a way, yeah, it is. It's a compass. So that's why a lot of people say that maybe Jesus was a serpent. Jesus, which is Yeshua. Because even the lady said that Jesus was a made up person. She even said that. She said in that video that Jesus was a made up person, and there was a person that was like Jesus, but then they hung him up and crucified him. You know, but this right here, this picture literally tells us what they did to us in ancient times. They did fucking hang us like this, man. Right? They did hang us up like this. Kind of loud, you know? Then you have, let me go back up. Then you have this guy right here. Freaking, what's his name? Moses? And then you see a pictures of Moses and he has horns coming out of his head. An orc with horns. Alright? That's how you know. That's how you know he wasn't supposed to be here. Right? And then they stuck us in a fucking... And look, it's not even all the way into a cross. It's just halfway up to the top like a T. So... And this was around... What is it? What's this painting around from? 8... What is it? Okay. So let's say if this painting was made in 1889. That means they knew what the fuck they did to us. Because they invaded here in the 1500s. And all of this shit didn't went down until after the flood, which the flood happened. I mean, the flood ended like around 1812, I believe. So after that, we had interpretations of these pictures around, you know. And then during slavery, you know what they did to Hispanic people during slavery? Yo, you're talking about so-called black people being pissed off, you know. So-called Hispanic people, to me, they get worse when we get pissed off, all right? People don't like to fuck with Hispanic people when they get pissed off. They really don't, all right? Even Hispanic people don't want to fuck with Hispanic people when they get pissed off. That's for a reason, right? That is for a reason, all right? Because we can turn into this shit, man. Literally, we could turn into this shit. I don't want to grab people's fucking audio shit. That way, I don't want to grab people's voice and shit. And people will be like, oh my god, you record my voice and shit. I'm like, you think I wanted to record your voice, you dumb shit? You think I want your voice in my videos? But Everyone's just reading their dystopia literature. So there's like 20 people there. So I have all the time in the world. So that's really it. Not it for the video, but that's really it from here. That what I can show. What is this? What is this? Leprechaun. Yeah, leprechauns are real. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? If lizard people are real, why wouldn't leprechauns and fairies? And basically, fairies are basically dragons. They're just different types of fairies. So, serpent worship, man. Well, the reason I'm showing you this because some people will just flat out and be like, "Oh no, serpents are bad and shit." Then why is it all over the world? Okay, why is it that all over the world there are serpents everywhere? Okay, these evil beings are trying to, in a way, trying to make you think that you're surrounded by these evil beings and there's no escape, which is bullshit. There's no escape. There's no escape for them. There's escape for you. Look at that. Look at that goddess right there. All right, snake tits. What is it? What did it say? Snake tits. Woohoo! I knew it. Because that's it. If you haven't watched Nostalgia Critic, basically in one of the videos of Nostalgia Critic, he talks about Howard the Duck, and then when Howard the Duck is like traveling to another dimension, that movie is really spiritual and enlightenment when I really think about it. You see, he's passing through one of the women's rooms, and she's taking a shower, a bathtub, and she's literally just showing her duck tits and shit, and I'm just like, duck tits, woohoo! They literally said that too, duck tits, woohoo! I'm like, what the fuck? But those titties look fine as fuck. All right, no, I'm not talking about the serpent. I'm talking about the duck. But we had humanoid people like that: ducks, snakes, dogs, you name it. We had humanoid beings like this, and people always want to say that, oh, those are demonic beings and shit and all that. Meanwhile, these orcs came from fucking monkeys. All right, so at the end of the day, if they're saying we're the demons for turning into shit like that, they're the true demons. They really are. All right, they're the true motherfuckers, for real. Who splices their fucking? The thing is, carbon-based people can actually splice their DNA. It's just that when non-carbon-based people do it, it fucks shit up. We could do it just fine, but the thing is, we don't have to do it. We can turn into Nagas, man. We can turn into serpents. All right. So, because that's the thing. A lot of people say that, genetically modified and spliced and all that. I'm not saying that didn't happen. I'm not saying it didn't. But at the same time, you got to think that what if these good beings actually use their imagination to turn into a creature? So, because imagination is really key. Without imagination, you won't be doing half of the things that people think that are fake and shit. And I also these people right here, these people, they know serpent wisdom. They know, for crying out loud. If you look at their culture, where they live at and shit, they worship the serpent really good, really well. They worship the serpent really well, and that's pretty dope. And when you see that, you start to realize where they got that from. It came from us, so-called black people and Hispanic people. We knew that we were going to fall because of these evil beings. Not also because, yeah, we fucked up, but also these evil beings for taking advantage of our fall. So what we did was we went to different areas of the planet, like Japan, China, and this area, India, I believe, and we gave them our knowledge and our wisdom, because these are the people that looked up to us and worshipped us, even though they didn't have to. We probably did tell them, you don't have to do this, but the reason they did is because we actually protected them, and they protected us. It wasn't just one thing or anything. We protected each other. You know, we cared about our tribe and shit. We cared about each other. You know, so hold on real quick. Hold on, guys. I just want to say something real quick. Okay. So, there we go. So, hey, there's some people over here that these people are probably not all family members, but hey, um I mean, they have carbon in them. They look like they have carbon in them. But again, it does go back to, you know, if your hair's Rastafari, curly, wavy, afro. But this woman's here, it looks like her hair's kind of curly right here. You know, obviously they could have made it curly to represent the serpent people, which is us, you know. So this is what sometimes other cultures do, because they look at the serpent as yes, as a god, but the reason they looked at it and worship the serpent is because the third eye. It's mostly, sorry I keep looking this way because my school classes are here and all that shit, but it's for the third eye. You know, that's why in Egypt the cobra was in the pharaoh's head right in front of him. It means that it's serpent wisdom, the kundalini, the naga serpent. That's what it is. And you see this all around the world. Look at these people. These people worship the serpent. You know, they're not scared of these snakes. You know, you have like, you go around and you tell people, hey, how do you feel like about a snake? And some of them will say that they should all be dead. And I'll be like, the fuck? Even though they're part of nature, they should be dead. You know? See, when people have that mindset, nature is just going to take you out. I hope you know that. I really hope you know that. Because if you think that there's certain creatures that should die because they just look scary and they should not be here even though they're part of nature, you know, different than these orcs. Literally, you know, different than these orcs. It's almost like the video that I put here. When Samuel Jackson, we are soldiers. We do the dirty work so our countrymen and our family men don't have to be afraid. They shouldn't even know a thing like this exists, basically. And when you hear that, it's all like, what? Who told you that all of a sudden these people cannot be around? Hold on, guys. Hold on.